Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, we will discuss the properties of root locus and how to sketch the root locus. The properties facilitates the rapid sketch of root locus for higher order systems. The closed loop transfer function is represented in this form. The characteristic equation is written here. So if we want to find the pole of this closed loop characteristic polynomial, we will equate this to 0 and we get this k g of s h of s equal to -1. Converting in this term into polar form, we get the magnitude 1 and the angle is odd multiple of 180. At this point we have -1. The magnitude from origin to here, this vector is 1 plus 1 magnitude, and angle will be from here to here. The angle will be equal to 180, and if we change the direction, the angle will be -180. So again, if we move further 180 and then again repeat the cycle, the angle will be 540. In the counterclockwise direction, the angle will be -540. So we can see that the angle is odd multiple of 180. So we can convert this -1 into this form, magnitude 1 and 2k plus 1 into 180 means odd multiple of 180 degree. If a value of s is substituted into the function, a complex number results. If the angle of complex number is an odd multiple of 180, that value of s is a system pole for some particular value of k. So by this we can check for any value of s that whether this is included in root locus or not. A value of s is a closed loop pole if the product of this term, the magnitude of the product of these term equal to 1, or k equal to 1 over magnitude of g of s and product with multiply with magnitude of h of s, or the angle of k g of s h of s is odd multiple of 180. By using these two conditions, we can check whether any point is included in root locus or not. This is called the magnitude criterion, and this is angle criterion or angle condition. Sketching the root locus. Some basic root locus question: that what points are on the root locus? Where does the root locus start? Where it will be ended? Where is the root locus on the real axis, and when it will be on the imaginary axis or complex conjugate? Answering such question will help us understand the root locus technique. To answer these questions, we have to see the 5 properties of root locus. So let's discuss. The root locus will start from the pole and finite pole, and it will be end at finite 0. It is symmetrical about the real axis. And what points are on the root locus? The root locus lies to the left of odd number of finite poles or and the finite zeros. So let's discuss the properties of root locus or rules for sketching the root locus. The first rule is the number of branches. The number of branches of root locus equal to the number of closed loop poles. So if we have the third order pole, we will have 3 branches. If we have a second order closed loop second order system. So we have two poles, so two branches. The root locus is symmetrical about the real axis. That means because the poles on the for example, if we have discussed a example in the previous video, we have pole at -10 and start from 0, root locus start and at 5 -5, the root locus become under damped. So that means the mostly the system the underdamped system has complex conjugate pole, so it is symmetrical about the real axis. So symmetry is mandatory property for root locus. Root locus lies to the left of odd number of finite open loop poles and or finite open loop zeros. So we can see that here the root locus lies to the here it 3 to the left of 3 finite poles and 0 again. This is starting and ending point. The root locus begins at finite and infinite poles of GFS HFS and ends at finite and infinite zeros of GFS and HFS. So we will see all these rules in next examples. Behavior at infinity. The root locus approaches straight line as asymptotes as the locus approaches infinity. We need to find the real axis intercept and also the angle. So the formula to find the magnitude is difference between sum of finite poles and finite zeros to the number of finite poles minus number of finite zeros. Similarly, the angle is equal to odd multiple of 180 divided by number of finite poles minus number of finite zero. So we have discussed the 5 rules for sketching the root locus. Now we draw the root locus for 2 different examples by using all these 5 rules. So here we have a fourth order system. We want to sketch the root locus for the system shown in this figure. So first we discuss a simple example. Here we have 2 poles and 2 zeros. One pole is at -1, second is at -2, zeros are at -3 and -4. Our first property is that number of branches equal to the number of poles. So as we have 2 poles, so we will have 2 branches. First branch we start from here, first pole, and second from the this pole, and it is also symmetrical about the real axis. We cannot move this circle to here because then we will have even number of means 4 or poles and zeros on the left of this root locus. So we can see that here is 1, and when we will move here root locus we have 3 means odd number of poles and zeros to the left of the root locus. So here we can see that the center from here to here we have 2 magnitude, which means the this circle will have radius of 1, diameter 2, so radius will be equal to 1. Here we can see that at 1 it has radius of 1. So it is starting from poles and ending at finite zero. Let's discuss another example with infinite zeros. First we will draw the poles. Poles are at 0, -1, -2 and -4, and 0 is at -3. This pole, the root locus from here, the asymptote goes to the root locus for this pole goes to the infinity, as it has odd number to the right side, means root locus exists to the left of odd number of poles and zeros. Here, this starting from this pole, it ends at this 0. For these two poles, we require infinite zeros. To find this infinite zero, we want to find the angle and magnitude. So the formula for angle is sum of finite poles. We have pole at -1, -2 and -4. So subtracting -3, which is finite 0, and dividing by number of finite pole, 4 poles -1. So we get -4/3. So asymptote will have real point at -4/3, and the angle we start from 0, k equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on until the angle repeats itself. So we get the angle 60 and 300. So here we have 60° and here we have 300°. The asymptote will meet these point. The root locus will meet this asymptote on the infinity or finite 0. So it will move along this asymptote. The root locus will move along this asymptote. So this is our discussion of how to sketch the root locus. Thank you.